Welcome back to Insibles, everyone. So I'm going to go with you guys in the S&P 500. Again, this is the SPY. As you guys can see, we did have a gap up yesterday in pre-market. We were looking to see if we can continue on with that momentum today. And as you guys can see, we did have a major pullback, and now we are getting closer to the lows of the year that we had from last Thursday. And now the question is, are we going to continue on below those lows, or are we going to have a bounce back and a continuation on this cap up momentum that we had from yesterday? I'm going to go over the daily chart with you guys so you guys can see our overall momentum here in the market. Now, before I jump into this, all I ask in return is you guys smash that like button and hit subscribe if you want to see more chart updates on potential breakouts that we mention every single day throughout the week. And again, if you guys are day traders or you guys are looking for intraday perspective breakouts, we mentioned pre-market news before market open every single day. Any breakout that is worth looking at throughout the day, go to instables.com in the description below, and only for $15 a month, you guys will never miss a breakout alert today again. So let's jump into this one. So jumping into our daily chart, as you guys can see, we do have our upper end of our channel, and then we do have the lower end of our channel that we have been following. We did have a nice bounce off of the lower end of our channel, and we were looking to see if we can continue on with this bounce. We did get rejected previously when Powell did speak. We got rejected just below our 20-day average, getting that rejection and confirmation on that bearish momentum. And as you guys can see, again, we did have that gap up in pre-market. We were looking to see if we can continue on with that momentum, but we also were testing the lower end of our 20-day average just like we did previously when we had this rejection. So we did continue on lower, and now the question is, are we going to continue on below the lows of the year that we have here at 385? And again, this is when Biden did mention a possible 100% increase in capital gains for all traders, and that would have been very, very bearish, but we did bounce back from that. And so the question is, are we going to continue on with that pressure to the downside, or are we going to stay above our 385 level that we did bounce off of and continue on higher here? So we're going to start off with our MACD here. As you guys can see, we have our EMA line that has been curling up here. We did mention that did show us that we were getting some bullish momentum. We did get that bounce exactly off of the lower end of our channel here at 385, giving us a very nice bounce. And as you guys can see, we did get the increase in sell volume today. We didn't get a large increase in sell volume like we did previously, but this very much could be a continuation on a larger increase in sell volume. We're going to be careful. Again, that 385 level is the level that we're looking for next. We did mention if we did drop down below 405 yesterday that we could continue on lower, and sure enough, we had quite the continuation on lower today. So again, being very careful. If we do get down below 385, then we could continue on lower. And I wanted to go over what level that would be if we did continue on below 385 and we did not bounce off of the lower end of our channel again for a possible continuation on higher. As you guys can see, we have that 385 level. And if we did continue on below 385 and below the lower end of our channel here, and we did not hold it for a possible bounce, then we would be looking at a 350 level and then our 340 level. Again, 350 was our confirmation when we did continue on a rally before Biden did mention that possible 100% increase in capital gains, which also gave us that rally. And as you guys can see, we do have our pre-pandemic level when we did have the COVID 2020 crash, and this was at 340. So we have a 350 and a 340 level if we do continue on below 385. However, if we do continue on higher, we do want to see if we can reclaim 415 that we did mention from yesterday. And we do want to get back over 405, of course, that we did continue on lower from today. So getting back over 405 would be very helpful, of course, and breaking back over 415 would give us that possible bullish momentum to possibly test the upper end of our channel. So we will keep those levels on watch. We have 405, 415, and then our 430 level that we did talk about that we did get rejected when Powell previously spoke. So we have 405, 415, 430, and then to the downside, we have our 385 lows of the year and the lower end of our channel for a possible signal on a bounce. But again, like I said, if we did drop down below 385, then we could have a major continuation on lower. And I definitely would be careful because today, we didn't have a large increase in sell volume, but we sure enough had a major sell-off today in the market. So I definitely would be careful. We're going to let the market find a level here. If we did continue on lower, then we will have better discounts in the market. But if we did continue on higher again, we will get more intraday plays. Again, a large red candle today. So getting a very patient day intraday in the Insibles room today was the result of that pullback. So we're going to definitely be careful. Again, we will take what the market gives us. If we do have nice news in the morning, of course, we will alert that in the Insibles room and we'll have those breaks if we do. And to recap on our Bollinger Bands, again, this does represent compression and decompression. We have the lower end of our Bollinger Band that is curling here. If we continue on with that curl, then we could have a possible continuation on this bounce. However, if we do continue on with this curl to the downside, then we could have a continuation on this decompression to the downside. So we're going to definitely be careful looking for that possible bounce or Again, looking for that continuation below 385. Now looking at the RSI here, which in my opinion represents our strength a lot better. As you guys can see, we were oversold at that 385 level. And again, when Biden mentioned that possible 100% increase in capital gains, we did mention that we were pointing up. We did jump back over our oversold territory. So we did have that continuation on that bounce. But as you guys can see now, we are pointing down. We are matching the level that we had previously. We did continue on lower. So if we continue to point down here on the RSI and we do drop down below into oversold territory again, we will be looking for bullish divergence for a possible bounce here, which would represent a shift in momentum if we did jump back over our 30 RSI. So we will keep that on watch if we do drop down below our 30 RSI again for that possible bounce. Now, again, with that said, another market has been very choppy. Most breakouts have been pre-market news in the open. We mentioned pre-market news 2.5 hours before market open every single day. Go to instabulls.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout like today again. And all of you instabulls that come over every single day and support the channel from the room, I appreciate every one of you guys. We're going to continue to go at it. We had a major pullback today, a very slow day today, but again, a very nice breakout that we had with DPSI, a very nice breakout that we had from our first halt and then breaking into new highs and breaking over our $10 psychological resistance all the way up to $12. A very nice continuation against the market as the market did continue on lower. So just staying patient, taking what the market gives us like we had here with DPSI. And if you guys do like this video, it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in pre-market.